Hello there. In this video, we'll look at the third part of our definition of high-performance leaders, whilst managing their own fears about the risks involved. Now remember, the first two parts of our definition of high-performance leaders are they deliver significant performance improvement by influencing others to take actions. Now, why is this third part of our definition so important? Why is it relevant? Well, those two things, making big stuff happen and influencing others, contain within them many risks. You may fail. You may be rejected. You may lose your position or your job. You may lose your lifestyle. You may lose the respect of others. You may be successful and have to deal with all that entails too. There are lots of possible outcomes that may feel uncomfortable for you and outside your comfort zone. And that's why when you're trying to achieve big things, at times, you will feel some fear, anxiety, and stress. These risks and the accompanying fear prevent most people from leading anything. They'd rather follow. It feels safer. But to lead, to be a high-performance leader, you will have to handle those fears. So this video will show you how to manage those fears. Let's start by understanding a little more about where those fears come from, and also learn something about how your brain works. What I'm about to share with you is a huge generalization. Your brain and mine are far more complicated than how I'm about to describe them to you. But what I'm about to describe to you is generally accurate, physically and psychologically. And more importantly, you'll see that it makes sense and also that you'll remember it. To become a high-performance leader, knowing what I'm about to share with you is really important. So please pay attention. Okay, so there are three main parts or elements or areas in your brain. The first part, which was also the first to develop when you were a small infant, we could call the lizard brain. This part of your brain controls much of the physical systems that keep you alive. You're not consciously aware of all these things, they're just happening in the background. This part of the brain is also the part that helps to protect your physical body. When you're faced with a physical threat, this part of your brain causes your body to fight, flight, or freeze. To face the threat head on, to get away from it, or to freeze and hope that the threat moves away. Again, you're not consciously aware of these things happening. They just happen very quickly and they protect you. This part of our brain has kept us alive over the millennia. It's why you and I are both here. Now, the second part of the brain we could call the monkey brain. This part of the brain mostly developed after the lizard brain, and it's mainly concerned with our status and position within our group. It's continuously looking out for threats to our psychological safety, threats to our position in the group. It's not like it always wants us to be the leader of the group, just that we have a position. Because if we have a position, a role, then we're safe within the group, and we won't be rejected by it. Because to our monkey brain, rejection is its worst nightmare. It's the same as death. All those thoughts going through your head like, I wonder what he thinks about me, I better not speak up and say what I really think, how can I look good here for my boss, what will that luxury car, big house, important job title do for my image, all monkey brain thoughts. And we all have them. Most of our thoughts during the day we could call monkey brain type thoughts. All perfectly normal. It's just how it is. And they can be useful sometimes. They can motivate us to seek success and achieve things. The downside, though, is that most of our problems in life also come from this part of our brain. Because those thoughts are usually accompanied by feelings of fear, stress, and anxiety. And your fears about failing to deliver and being rejected by your boss, your colleagues, and others that know you come from this part of your brain too. For you wanting to become a high-performance leader, you need to become a master of your own monkey brain and to learn how to help other people master this part of their brains too. I'll show you how to do that just now. But firstly, let's look at the third part of our brains that we could call the human brain. This part of our brain that mainly developed after the lizard and the monkey is all about logical, rational thinking and problem solving. It allows us to think about and act in the interests of things beyond just you. When you're thinking about what's best for the business or what's best for the organization or the team, that's your human brain talking. It wants to find the best answer to a problem. To be fact-based and data-driven, it can see patterns and connections. It can come up with creative solutions. Now, like I started by saying, these are huge generalizations, but they're a simple way for you to think about how your brain works. And most importantly, you'll remember them and can take leadership behavior based on them. Now, the two most important things here for you in becoming a high-performance leader. First thing, it's your monkey brain that's responsible for any fear and anxiety that you feel about leading. It's your monkey brain that worries about all the risks involved, like failing and being rejected. Logical and rational thoughts have got nothing to do with it. Second thing, you need to recognize when the monkey brain is talking, yours or someone else's, and then get the human brain talking instead. Now, you'll never be able to completely silence your monkey brain, and you wouldn't want to. It can be helpful to you. It does try to keep you psychologically safe, and it's useful to think about the risks involved and to do things to minimize them. And there's nothing wrong with that natural desire to want to achieve things and be respected by others, if that's what you want. The key thing, though, is to be able to see it for what it is, the monkey brain, and to know that you're not just that, you're more than that. And to be a high-performance leader, you need to be able to master this part of your brain and to be able to use your human brain too. It's your human brain and the human brains of those that you need to help you that will deliver significant performance improvements. If we all just acted from our monkey brains, we wouldn't achieve anything. So here's the simple skill for you to learn and use. 1. Notice your monkey brain when it's talking. Notice if it's trying to talk you out of leading, to tell you not to take risks, to be careful, to stay in the comfort zone, to not change. And notice if you feel any fear or stress or anxiety in your body. Then, 2, you press pause. Take a breath and ask yourself this question. What would my human brain say now? What would my human brain say now? Doing this interrupts the monkey brain. It stops it from playing its games. And by asking this simple question, you're forcing your human brain to take over and come up with a better answer. 3, then you think, and then choose a human brain response. Probably acting in spite of the monkey brain thoughts and feelings, and probably doing the right thing, taking action towards your goals, speaking up, asking difficult but important questions. So that's the simple way that you can master the third part of our definition of a high-performance leader, whilst managing their own fears about the risks involved. Will you always remember to do this? No. Will your monkey brain still affect your thoughts? Yes. But as you pay attention to your thoughts, you'll notice just how many of them are the monkey brain talking. And you'll get better at pressing pause, asking that question, and getting your human brain to start thinking. Use this language with those around you, with your colleagues, with those you lead. That way you'll all notice when the discussions that you're having are just monkeys playing games with each other, or if they're humans trying to find better solutions and answers to problems. Next to this video, you'll find some simple activities that you can do to become an expert at this part of being a high-performance leader. So good luck with mastering your monkey brain and spending more time in your human one. It's the only way you'll achieve the goals you seek.